Imagine a world where extinct animals roam again. That's not a fantasy. Welcome to the realm of de-extinction, the tantalizing frontier of science turning the impossible into reality. Join us as we embark on a journey through the top 10 extinct animals that scientists are working tirelessly to revive. We're not just reviving species, we're reviving lost worlds. Prepare for a thrilling exploration of science and imagination, where the past meets the future. Step into the world of tomorrow, today. Number 10 on our list is the woolly mammoth, a creature that's more than just a hairy elephant. These majestic beasts roamed the earth during the Ice Age with their long curved tusks and thick shaggy coats. But alas, around 4,000 years ago they vanished. Why, you ask? Well, it's a chilling tale of climate change and overhunting. As the earth warmed, their icy homes melted away, and the humans, well, they found mammoth steaks irresistible. But don't lose hope yet. In a twist straight out of a sci-fi flick, scientists are trying to bring the woolly mammoth back from extinction. Using a revolutionary gene editing tool called CRISPR, they're attempting to splice mammoth DNA into the genome of their closest living relatives, the elephants. So picture this, a world where you can witness a woolly mammoth, not just in history books or museums, but in the flesh. With a bit of luck, these giants might just make a comeback. At number 9, we have the dodo, a bird that's become synonymous with extinction. This flightless feathered friend hailed from the picturesque island of Mauritius, but sadly, its inability to fly wasn't its only downfall. The dodo was tragically wiped off the face of the earth in the 17th century due to human activity. What was once a bustling population of dodos was reduced to nothing more than a memory, a symbol of the devastating impact humans can have on wildlife. But don't reach for the tissues just yet. In a twist straight from a science fiction novel, scientists are now looking to resurrect this iconic bird. Using advanced DNA sequencing techniques, they're piecing together the dodo's genetic blueprint, bit by bit. Number 8 brings us the Tasmanian tiger, a creature as enigmatic as its name. Don't let the name fool you. This unique marsupial is no tiger. Instead, it's an animal unlike anything else, with a head like a wolf, a body like a large cat, and a pouch for its young like a kangaroo. Unfortunately, we lost this fascinating creature to extinction in the early 20th century, largely due to human activities. At number 7, we have the quagga, a zebra's long-lost cousin. Now imagine a zebra that decided to go minimalist on the stripes. That's the quagga for you. This half-striped, half-brown beauty was once a common sight in the plains of South Africa until the late 19th century, when hunting drove them to extinction. But here's where it gets interesting. Scientists in a project aptly named the Quagga Project are trying to bring our half-striped friend back. No, they aren't using fancy sci-fi genetic engineering, they're using good old-fashioned selective breeding. By choosing zebras with fewer stripes, generation after generation, they're trying to breed an animal that looks like the quagga. And guess what? They're making progress. Number 6 on our list is the passenger pigeon, once the most common bird in North America. Imagine the sky darkened by a flock of these birds, so numerous they'd blot out the sun, but sadly, their abundance was their downfall. In a classic case of too much of a good thing, humans hunted these birds to extinction by the early 20th century, but all is not lost. Today, scientists are working tirelessly to bring back the passenger pigeon from the brink of oblivion. Using a technique called genetic engineering, they're attempting to recreate the passenger pigeon by splicing its DNA into that of a close relative, the band-tailed pigeon. It's a bit like a high-tech version of Frankenstein's lab, only with feathers instead of bolts. The future looks promising for this fallen avian superstar. If all goes according to plan, we may soon witness a revival of this once plentiful species. The skies might once again be filled with these majestic birds. At number 5, we have the Pyrenees Ibex, a species that already got a second chance at life. Now I know what you're thinking, a second chance? How? Well, hold on to your lab coats, folks, because we're diving into the world of cloning. The Pyrenees Ibex, once a common sight in the Pyrenees Mountains of Spain, bid the world goodbye in the year 2000. But in a twist straight out of a sci-fi novel, scientists managed to clone a female ibex in 2009, using DNA from the last known individual. Alas, the clone only survived a few minutes due to lung defects. But don't lose hope just yet. This initial attempt proved that cloning extinct species is possible. The Pyrenees Ibex's brief return to life has been a beacon of hope, sparking advancements in the field of de-extinction. So, who knows? With advancements in cloning, the Pyrenees Ibex might just have a fighting chance. Number 4 on our list brings us the Caribbean monk seal, a creature that once graced the warm waters of the Caribbean. This charming marine mammal was an aquatic ballet dancer, twirling and frolicking in the tropical seas. But alas, the Caribbean monk seal met a tragic fate, becoming extinct due to overhunting. It seems we humans couldn't resist their plush fur and rich oil, but hold on to your snorkels, folks. Science is stepping up to the plate. Using advanced tissue regeneration techniques, researchers are working tirelessly to bring this seal back to life. Imagine the Caribbean monk seal returning to the limelight, sunbathing on the Caribbean beaches, and showing off their aquatic acrobatics once again. So while we might have said goodbye to the Caribbean monk seal around the mid-20th century, science might be preparing a grand comeback tour. The Caribbean monk seal might just make a splash in the future. At number 3 we have the Irish elk, a creature that truly lived up to its giant name. Picture an elk the size of a small elephant, sporting antlers that could span up to 12 feet. This majestic beast roamed the earth during the last ice age until its extinction around 7,000 years ago. The Irish elk's size wasn't its only impressive feature. It was also one of the largest deer that ever lived, making Bambi look like a chihuahua in comparison. But why did this gigantic creature disappear? Scientists believe its enormous antlers, while awe-inspiring, may have been its downfall. The energy required to grow them could have led to its extinction. But don't despair, fans of oversized fauna. Modern science is on the case. By extracting DNA from fossils, scientists are working tirelessly to bring the Irish elk back from oblivion. Imagine in the future, walking in a forest and seeing an Irish elk in all its glory. The Irish elk might just reclaim its title as the king of the forest. Number 2 on our list is the Sabertooth Tiger, a creature that's been immortalized in pop culture. Known for its iconic elongated canine teeth, this fierce feline prowled the earth during the Pleistocene epoch, a time when mammoths and mastodons were also roaming about. The Sabertooth Tiger, or Smilodon, met its untimely end around 10,000 years ago, joining the ranks of the extinct. The cause? A combination of climate change and competition with our ancestors. But here's where it gets interesting. Scientists have been toying with the idea of bringing this prehistoric predator back to life. By using advanced DNA sequencing, they aim to piece together the saber-toothed tiger's genetic code. The goal, as audacious as it sounds, is to reintroduce this magnificent creature into our world. Is it possible? Well, with the rapid advancements in biotechnology, we might just find ourselves face to face with a living, breathing saber-toothed tiger. The saber-toothed tiger might just roar again. And finally, at number 1, we have the Neanderthal, our closest extinct relative. Now, the Neanderthals weren't just bumbling cave dwellers. Oh no. They were intelligent, adaptable, and capable of creating sophisticated tools. However, about 40,000 years ago, they disappeared from the face of the earth, leaving us Homo sapiens feeling rather lonely. The idea of reviving Neanderthals is a hot topic that sparks a lot of ethical debates. On one hand, it could provide us with invaluable insights into our own evolution. On the other hand, it raises questions about their rights, their place in our society, and whether we could provide them with a life that's worth living. With science advancing at a rapid pace, who knows what the future holds. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of de-extinction, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights into the world of science.